favourite time of the week is when we get to talk to Megyn Kelly, normally on a Wednesday, but special occasion means it is tonight on a Tuesday. She joins us now from the beautiful United States. Lovely to see you, mate. A bit going on in Washington today.
Yeah, exactly right. You know, when you get the band back together, you got to make sure all the OGs are there. So, yeah, we had nice representation from the European Union. And that led our press corps to say they're there to babysit Donald Trump to stop him from doing anything like bullying Zelensky into some sort of a deal. But Zelensky can hold his own. We've seen that. He didn't need them. And Marco Rubio, our Secretary of State, was all over the airwaves yesterday saying, would you please calm down? They're here because we invited them, which is, of course, the only way you do get into the Oval Office. Trump and the European leaders were very magnanimous together. They got along. It was like a family photo. And at one point, I believe he may have even called President Putin.
I think he wants to make a deal. I think he wants to make a deal for me. You understand that? As crazy as it sounds.
But look, that's all we're looking for is some progress. It's going to take a lot of this, a lot of these meetings, a lot of these back and forths. There will be disappointments. Nothing was happening, nothing to bring this war to an end prior to President Trump taking office. So thankfully now, at least the wheel is turning. Probably not as quickly as anybody wants, but it's turning, Paul, which is progress.
How exciting is this new branding for the left-wing cable channel that even the parent company don't want anymore? MSNBC is now going to be called MS Now. It sounds like they've caught a terrible disease, like right now. I'm so sorry. Oh, my God, it's a diagnosis they've received. That's awful. Doesn't sound like the call letters for a cable news channel. At best, it sounds like maybe like they're in menopause now. I don't know, like PMS or like some sort of lady condition that they have. And it's happening right now. You need to tune in to see what Rachel Maddow's going through. I don't know how they settled on those terrible initials. Or like, is it some feminist mantra like Ms. MS, period. Now it's all about the ladies. This is our moment. However you slice it, it's a disaster. And they still haven't solved the basic problem that they have more letters in their call name than they do viewers. And the rebrand is not going to help. You unearthed this today on your show, and I want to share it here in Australia. The former FBI boss, James Comey. He now has his own little shingle somewhere on the internet. I think it's over on Substack. And he's going on and on about Taylor Swift. Oh, my God. It was so cringy, as the kids say. He sounded like a stalker. He's like, I've known Taylor for 15 years.
Taylor Swift and I go way back. I went to my first concert of hers 15 years ago. I've been to a second, and I have helped financially support the attendance of a lot of family members at others. I'm in a family's Swiftie group chat. I know all her music, and I listen to it in my headphones when I cut the grass.
You know, you went to a concert. You don't know Taylor, Jim. You don't know her. She doesn't know you. You went to a concert with your daughter, apparently 15 years ago. That doesn't make you friends with Taylor Swift. And what grown man, like in his 60s, talks like that about Taylor Swift? It was just creepy. It had like all the cringe of like a weird molester type. Not saying he's a molester, just saying it had the cringe of a molester type. It was very weird. And who that is in their 60s actually looks up to Taylor Swift as like their role model and was like quoting her song lyrics is the thing he thinks about to really help get him through the day. And the essence of his weird post online was, we can't let our bullies get into our heads to the point where we become bullies. And while he's saying this, he's referring to Donald Trump, that elderly man with whose makeup covered in the Oval. Okay, so that's a personal insult. You're mocking his looks, his personal appearance, which one could argue is what a bully does, Jim. And secondly, like when he was at the FBI, he was actively working to ruin the Trump presidency. It's all coming out now how heavy-handed he was on it, how they didn't have the evidence, how he was fine suggesting they did anyway. He understood he would be ruining the Trump presidency and possibly getting Trump in criminal trouble. He didn't care at all. And now he wants to lecture us about bullies? Not to mention his little stroll on the beach a month ago where just apropos of nothing, he stumbled upon these shells that that read 8647. And, for some reason, he was just moved to post that online. And it only even came to his attention what that could possibly mean when the internet responded, gee, 86 is kind of like a mob or FBI term for taking somebody out. And 47 happens to be the number of his presidency. This guy is, of course, just like your typical leftist, projecting onto the other side what he is himself.
Oh, and I'm sure the blue-haired ladies are very much looking forward to the new MS Now or Ms. Now. But if your blood flows, if you bleed red, if you like to smile, then you can keep watching Megyn Kelly. Her show is up on YouTube, SiriusXM, but you can see her here each and every week on Paul Murray Live. See you, mate.
Thanks for having me, Paul. The pleasure's always mine.